In this video, I'm gonna break down 4 ways to burn fat instead of sugar. If you follow the exact steps I'm about to outline for you, you'll be a fat burner in 14 days or less. Let's do this. What's up, Keto Camper? Ben Azadi here, certified functional health practitioner, best-selling author of 3 books, and here at Keto Camp, we are on a mission to educate and inspire 1 billion people on planet Earth. I'm so grateful that you're spending part of your day with me. So let's get into this. We know keto is very popular, burning fat is all the rage. What is the difference exactly between burning fat and burning sugar? Let me break that down, and I'm gonna give you 4 simple steps here to start burning fat, and you'll become fat adapted in 14 days. This is what it looks like when our cells, we're made up of 70 trillion cells, and when we burn fat, it's a well-oiled machine. I compare burning fat to a Tesla you see driving through the highway, just cruising along, Tesla by Elon Musk. It creates minimal smoke. In fact, no smoke is coming out of that vehicle, and it's beautiful and it's getting to its destination safely. So when your cells are burning fat, that's like a Tesla. We want to be a Tesla because then our hormones, we have over 600 hormones in the body, and we have our fat burning hormones. When our cells are burning fat and it's thriving, then the hormones could get into the cells. The nutrients that we're eating from high quality organic food, keto friendly foods, could get into the cells. The oxygen we breathe can get into the cells. And if you want to get well, you have to fix the cell. That's a message from Dr. Pompa that speaks highly of the results you want to get. Because I'm going to break it down for you real quick. Within your cells, you have your DNA. It's the genes you were born with. It's true, you cannot change the genes you're born with. You're stuck with the cards that you were dealt with. However, you can change the expression of those genes through a process called epigenetics, which literally means, the definition is above the gene. What communicates to your DNA is the cell membrane. The cell membrane, which is made up of protein, saturated fat, and cholesterol. Yes, you are made up of fat. All 70 trillion cells are made up of fat. Your brain is 80% fat. We love fat. When the cell membrane is thriving, the receptor sites, which are kind of like these cell phone antenna signals, they're receiving the signals from the hormones, from the nutrients, from your oxygen. And then it's getting into the cell, and then it produces energy. The same way if I burn fire here, I produce energy. Well, your cells produce ATP, gasoline of the cell, which the mitochondria produces. A healthy cell that burns fat for fuel will remove those toxins. So this is what it looks like when you're burning fat. Think of Tesla. Think of a natural gas stove in your kitchen. Thriving environment. The problem is that many people out there, I would say 90% plus, are not burning fat. They're sugar burners. And look, when I was obese, weighing 80 pounds heavier than you see today, I was a pure sugar burner. How do you know if you're a sugar burner? Well, first let me break down what it looks like when you're a sugar burner, and then I'm gonna let you know and we'll confirm whether or not you are a sugar burner. When we are burning sugar as our primary fuel source, that is not a preferred fuel source. I compare burning sugar to a Mack truck that is speeding through the highway. This Mack diesel truck has all this smoke coming out of its exhaust pipe, so it's producing more cellular smoke because it creates a lot of byproducts when you're burning sugar. And here's the deal, it's not healthy for the environment. When you burn sugar as your primary fuel source, now all of a sudden, it creates inflammation around your cells, and these little cell receptor sites here that were doing a good job at receiving the signals, now they're blocked, they're blunted. It's like you screaming at me, I have my fingers in my ears, I can't hear you. So the problem is not the hormones. You could be eating the best diet in the world, but if it's not getting into the cell, you're not gonna feel well. And also, these toxins cannot get removed anymore. Now there's a buildup of more toxins. All of a sudden, symptoms start to occur. So there are a long list of symptoms that can occur in the body. We're gonna talk about weight gain is a symptom because nobody has a weight problem. They have a weight symptom. We're gonna talk about fatigue. We're gonna talk about sleep issues. I mean, this list goes on and on and on. But let me ask you the question. Is the problem the symptom, or is the symptom far removed from the problem? It's always the cause and an effect. There's not just an effect. We don't just experience symptoms out of nowhere. There is a cause, and when we burn sugar, it creates inflammation around the cells. all of a sudden hormones can't get in, nutrients can't get in, and then we experience symptoms. That's what it's like when you burn sugar for fuel. We don't want that. So how do you know if you're a sugar burner or a fat burner? Here's an easy test for you. Skip a meal and see how you feel. Maybe you've done it recently. You've skipped lunch because of whatever reason, and you felt miserable, you were hangry, you were not fun to be around, you were irritable, your energy levels dropped. That's a red flag that you have cellular inflammation and you're a sugar burner. I got good news for you. I'm gonna show you right now 4 ways to burn fat instead of sugar. If you follow these 4 steps I'm about to share with you, in 14 days, you're gonna be looking not like this, but that previous cell that I showed you. You're gonna become a Tesla. So before I get to that, if that was a helpful explanation here on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the Keto Camp YouTube channel. We release a brand new video here on the Keto Camp YouTube channel every other day. We talk all about keto, fasting, performance, and longevity. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. Number 1 thing to do here is stop it with the snacking. The average American eats 17 to 21 times per day. They are grabbing a handful of almonds, drinking a sip of kombucha, eating some yogurt. That is a meal to the body. Anytime you raise glucose and insulin, it is a meal to the body. So when you are a sugar burner, you're in a constantly fed state. And that's a problem, especially if you want to lose weight, because every time you raise insulin, insulin is the only fat storage hormone that we have. We have at least 8 fat-burning hormones that we know of, but only 1 fat storage hormone, and that hormone is insulin. And every time you eat, it could be the healthiest snack in the world, you're still raising insulin and you're in a storing fat state. Insulin is the bully on the block. Let's compare the fat-burning hormones, all 8 of them, to these children that are playing in the playground down the street. They're having a good time, they're burning fat. All of a sudden you snack and you call insulin into that playground. All those fat-burning hormones, they scatter, they run, because insulin is the bully on the block. When you activate insulin, fat-burning hormones are gone. So the rule number 1 here, stop it with the snacking. The first 7 days here, I want you to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, nothing in between, no snacking in between. And if you do it the right way and you have protein and fat with each meal and you eat until full, there's not going to be a need to snack. So have high quality protein, grass-fed beef, free-range chicken, pastured eggs, nuts and seeds, some healthy oils. I have a whole list in my Keto Kickstart Guide. If you want to get that free resource, go to ketokickstartguide.com for a free, simple keto meal plan for you. But eat protein and fat with each meal. Only have breakfast, lunch, dinner, no snacks in between. And also, you want to monitor here your carbohydrates. You can use an app like MyFitnessPal or Carb Manager, but for the next 7 days, every day, try to eat less than 100 grams of carbohydrates each day. Less than that, that should be your upper limit. No more than that. You're not snacking in between meals. You're having protein and fat with each meal, and you're eating until full. So that's the first way. You're doing that for the next 7 days starting today. Tip number 2 here, these same 7 days, you're gonna practice 12 hours of intermittent fasting. That's what IF stands for. So for the next 7 days, here's what I want your schedule to look like. You're gonna be finished eating by 8 p.m. at night. That means your last bite is done by 8 p.m. You're going to go to sleep, and you're gonna hold off eating anything until 8 a.m. That's a 12-hour fast right there. For the next 7 days, you're eating protein and fat, you're keeping your carbs under 100, and you're following this schedule right here. Because that means for 12 hours, you're in an eating window, and then 12 hours, you're in a fasting window. You're following that feast-famine cycle. You're gonna teach your body to start utilizing fatty acids for fuel and start tapping a little bit into your fat stores. That's what we want. Those are your first 2 steps for the next 7 days. The following 7 days, you're going to go and you're gonna practice. You're gonna drop your carbs even further for the next 7 days. What I want you to do is bring your total carbohydrates to 50 grams. Again, you could use an app that's free like MyFitnessPal or Carb Manager to track your carbohydrates. Bring it down to 50. Keep up with the fat and the protein. And I also want you to increase your electrolytes, because what's gonna happen here as you drop your carbohydrates further, your kidneys are gonna dump a lot of extra water weight you've been holding around, which is a good thing. We want that. But what dumps along with that water weight is electrolytes, sodium, potassium, a lot of these minerals that help us feel good. And if you dump too much too soon, you're not gonna feel so good. So we wanna replenish our electrolytes. I recommend drinking my keto cocktail every single morning. I wrote about this in my Keto Kickstart Guide. Here's how it works. Every single morning, have 16 ounces of high quality water, and I hope you're taking notes here. 1 to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I like the one from Bragg's. And then a pinch or two of sea salt. Redmond's real salt is my favorite, but put a pinch or two. And then also cream of tartar. This is loaded with potassium, electrolytes, and minerals, and it'll help replenish any electrolytes that are lost so you feel great and your energy levels are up, not down. So you're gonna do that for the following 7 days. And the final step here, for those same second 7 days, you're gonna practice now a 16-8 intermittent fasting schedule. 16 hours out of the day you're fasted, 8 hours you're eating. I want you to remember this line right here. Intermittent fasting is not about eating less. Intermittent fasting is about eating less often, going a period of time without raising glucose, without raising insulin, letting your body tap into its fat stores for fuel, which is the way we were designed to live. So what I want you to do, here's your schedule. You're gonna be done eating by 8 p.m. You are already doing that. And then you're going to just skip breakfast and go until lunch, 12 p.m. So 8 p.m. you're done eating, you go to bed, you wake up, you just have your keto cocktail, and you go until 12 p.m. You essentially break your fast at lunchtime. That's 16 hours fasting, 8 hours feasting, and this is where you teach your body, you teach your cells now, oh, let's convert to burning fat because there's no sugar. We're not raising glucose. We have all this fat, all this body fat, which is the reason we store fat. Now let's burn it for fuel. So what you're gonna notice as you make this transition, better energy levels. The weight loss will come off as a side effect. You're probably gonna get better sleep. You're gonna feel good. You're gonna have more confidence. Your skin's gonna look better and all good things. So I wanna know if you're gonna take action on this. Let me know down below. Post a comment, say, hey Ben, I'm taking action on this. Let me know, put it down below, and I want to hear from you 14 days from now and how much better you feel. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the Keto Camp YouTube channel, and I want to quickly get to the Keto Camp YouTube comment of the day. The YouTube comment of the day comes from Billy Sagonis. Hey Ben, just recently started using your tip on waiting 90 minutes before drinking coffee and I'm so far loving it. Thank you for all the great information. Oh, Billy, that's awesome. So what Billy's talking about is my 90-minute waiting to drink your coffee rule. Because if you wait 90 minutes after you wake up to then have your coffee, cortisol will begin to peak down and you'll get much more bang for your buck from that coffee, from that tea. So good job, Billy. I appreciate you. And keep your comments down below. Let me know if you're taking action with this. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. I'll see you on the next video.